2 years after Nkem rejected Chief Ogwefai in the muddy street of Enugu. She had become more than a tailor. She had become a symbol. Freedom Threads wasn't just a shop anymore, it was a movement. Young women wore her designs with pride. Single mothers whispered, "If Nkem did it, maybe I still can." She opened a second store. Started a foundation for girls who dropped out of school. But while the world praised her, one man simmered in silence. Chief Ogwefai. He had lost face, not once, but twice. The town no longer bowed at his feet. They now pointed and whispered, "Isn't that the man the tailor rejected?" Bitterness grew where pride once lived. So he did what wounded men with power often do, he planned revenge. It started with whispers. "She's rude. She sleeps around. She charms men to get ahead." Then came the radio sermons. A popular pastor preached, "Beware of women who destroy God's order in the home." No names were mentioned, but everyone knew who he meant. Then one morning, officials stormed her shop. Complaints, business irregularities. They locked her gates. That same week, her landlord served her a quick notice. Then 2 of her tailors quit out of fear. Still, Nkem kept sewing. Under a tree. With a borrowed generator. Because she built her empire out of resilience, not out of comfort. But the real blow came quietly. In the form of a blog post. Fake photos of her and a married senator in a luxurious hotel room. The blog's claims she slept her way into success. And she is also a home wrecker. Her billboard was defaced. Her Instagram flooded with insults. Her little sister was mocked in school. And then, the police came saying she was reported for cyber libel. She was handcuffed. Right in front of her apprentices. At the station, she saw him. Chief Ogwefai smiling and smirking at her. "I warned you," he whispered. "You should have said yes to me when I proposed marriage." But Nkem didn't flinch. She got bailed out by her lawyer. And 2 days later, she called a press conference. Cameras flashed as Nkem stepped to the podium and said, "I said no to a man, and he's tried to shut me out." She paused. "I rose without his help. I rose without his name. I rose because I refused to shrink." The crowd was silent. Then, thunderous applause. The clip went viral. #IamNkem flooded social media. Women marched to her shop. Others held signs that read, "Our no is sacred." Even the senator's wife released a video saying she has nothing to do with what's going on. The blog was sued, and they lost. The court awarded Nkem 10 million Nigerian nairas as compensation for defamation and false information. She used the money to open a fashion institute in Awka. And guess what she named it? The Rejection House. Soon, she was invited to speak at the Women of Africa Summit in Abuja. Even the First Lady shook her hand. And when she returned to Nobi, the very village that once spat on her name, little girls ran toward her in the market shouting, "Nkem! Nkem, our hero." An elder who once condemned her stood in front of the crowd and said, "We are glad you're back to see us." That evening, as she stood outside her childhood home, wearing ankara and confidence, she looked up at the stars and whispered to herself, "My refusal made me an enemy, but also a legend." Like and subscribe for more interesting stories.